Happy day, folks. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday, and this is your gal, Toby T. Blessed be with Toby T. Anyways, fabulous I am. Faith and belief unites love of understanding self. Once you get a clear understanding of who you are, then the possibilities become limitless. So today I want to share just something that happened earlier today, and just how I know I'm working on fulfilling my purpose. So if you listen to any of my other segments, you know I pretty much started this journey back in 2012, but just really didn't know exactly which route to take or what to really do to help me ascend a little more, I guess, is what you want to say. Because I was still running around living that 3D world afterwards, because I knew at the time, I touched my third eye and my higher consciousness, but at the same time, it kind of scared me a little that I didn't know how to move forward to accelerate in my journey, if that makes sense. So now along these, last few months and stuff, I've really been in overdrive with my spiritual awakening and really working on things that I either started 10 years ago. I'm actually working on things goals that I had written down in my 20s, but in my path, in 2012, what I did see was I know I'm supposed to be speaking. I know I'm supposed to be helping humanity, enlightening them on who they are. And I believe that is how I really kind of came up with Fabulous I Am, was just to, for this time, everything is designed and it's all for a bigger purpose. Maybe at the time you don't really realize how much you're going to need that in the future, but it all works out. So anyway, getting into it. So within these past couple of months, I've been shedding people from my old life and embracing new people in my new life. And that's kind of how it works. There's a lot of old ways of you that you will shed so that you do not bring it into your new world, into your new life. Let me just add this first too. So, I think like I said, it's something that you always know. I've always pretty much had knowledge of self, but I just didn't really know how to activate it to really be at a level that I'm at right now. Sure, being younger, it was like, if I wanted to live in an apartment, oh yes, I want to live there. So I did know, if I thought about it, that I could make it happen. I guess I really just didn't know it was quote unquote called manifestation, or what I was the powers that I was actually using to create that into my world, if that makes sense to any of you. I could even recall back to being, just say, in high school, and just say, being a teenager, and a friend saying, oh well, just say something, to skip school, or so, say something happened to your family member or something, and I'd be like, no, because I don't want that shit to really happen, So it was I was always aware of my thoughts and what I spoke to be cast and to become my reality. Like I said, I just didn't really know it was quote unquote called manifestation. So that's something I've learned over the past 10 years or so, 12 years or something like that, maybe a little more. Anyway, getting back into today. So, as I was online, so over the past couple of months, there's a friend of mine. She moved away maybe a year ago or so. And I do know there's a lot of people that are on this journey because of the earth shifts and things like that. But there's a lot of people that don't, like how I was, don't really know what to do, how to really move forward to be able to ascend and put themselves in alignment with their higher consciousness. So what I do know is that why I know this is something that I'm supposed to be doing, because that is what I was shown back in 2012, was that I was supposed to be enlightening others and sharing my knowledge to help others and help humanity. I don't know, I may have said that already, but I'm saying it again. So I've noticed her in my, in my stories, her name coming up quite often. And so whatever within me made me reach out to her today and say, hey, are you going through your spiritual awakening also? Which led us to kind of messaging back and forth a little bit, whatever. And so, yes, she is on her path and on her journey. But as the same, she's just in her earlier stages and doesn't really know, So, me helping her and coaching her through just some steps, some basic beginning steps, gave me such a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. It makes me feel so good. I love helping and enlightening others. And so that's like a huge thing to know that I'm serving my purpose. So for anybody that is listening, first and foremost, I do want to say thank you and welcome to my channel and all that good stuff. Like, I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that I'm doing what I'm doing. This is something that has been on my mind for the past, 10 years already, I guess. So I'm finally fulfilling myself. And that feels awesome. So if you are someone that is just kind of starting on your journey, the first thing that I do want to say to you is you definitely have to work on your own healing. So I don't care who you are, what type of family you came from, we all come from some sort of dysfunction in some way, some manner, and I believe that the first steps in evolving on this journey is to, write down your past, your traumas, any childhood traumas, just anything that you put yourself through, and just know that you put yourself through these things, but it was for a bigger purpose. It was for later on in life, so you can learn from those experiences so that you have the knowledge from those experiences to be able to help others. Everybody does have different experiences in their life. Me personally, due to the life that I used to live, you would probably think that I was a molested or raped gal, and no, that was not my issues. I had other issues with my childhood that caused my trauma and my pain to make me act out. I had split parents very young. They were both very young, so neither one of them honestly were ready for parenthood, which caused me to be a bouncing ball, a pinball back and forth, not a pinball, but a ping pong ball, between my mother and my father, who I could get away with this with, who I could get away with that with, running the streets, looking for love in the streets instead of looking for the love at home. So that was a lot of healing that I needed to work on for myself. But I do want to say, if you are somebody that is just starting out on your journey, maybe you are seeing angel numbers everywhere. They do all mean something different. So if you don't know, but if you notice that you happen to be seeing the same ones over and over, and when I say angel numbers, I'm talking synchronicities. 111, 1111, 222, 2222. The list can go on and on and on. Just the synchronicities. But that is the universe speaking back to you. They are all for good, but you can Google, whichever one. If you start seeing a lot of them, you could just Google what they mean and they'll let you know. The universe will guide you and let you know that you are on the right path. It may even be things that you don't think is holding you back. It might not be something that you think about often, but somewhere along the lines that caused your butterfly effect, and it caused you to stray away down some other path that, obviously you were supposed to go down that path. At the same time, maybe, it might have been pretty traumatic for you at that time. But some of those things are going to be the things that are holding you back from your higher, greater self. But I want you to write them down. So you write them down. I'm not saying it's going to be in one sitting. It's going to be over some time, because it's going to be different shit that comes up at different times. And you want to write it down. You want to burn it, and with intent, say that you're ridding of it for it to never appear in your life again. So don't put too much pressure on yourself, thinking like, oh, you're just going to write some stuff down and like, boom, you're going to just be good, because it doesn't work that way. It's a process, and it takes time. You didn't get to this point in one sitting. So just be patient with your own self, and what you're going through, and the whole transformation that you are going through. Your higher self, your God, which is your third eye, your pineal gland, knows exactly when, where, etc., that everything is going to fall in place for you. So whoever is on this journey, I'm not saying it's all peachy cream, because it is fucking not. Just last week, I came across some pictures, just throwing this out there, and I started bawling, crying, just because they were old pictures that I haven't seen in a very long time. So there was things that I thought, I did rid of all these things, but then there was something else, somewhere else, that came up, and it caused me to go through, they call it the dark night of the soul, tower moments. But you really need to just rid of them and release this all from your life, from your consciousness, and just from you, so you could shed that version of you, because that person does not live with you anymore. And time is right now. There is no past, there is no future. It's right now, the present. But if you want to move forward in your future, well, then you definitely have to rid of your traumas and your past hurts and pains. So as far as like life in general, we get what we believe. Whether you know it or not, or believe that or not, that's on you, but that's just kind of how it works. There's your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. So once you're aligned, when you're finally aligned, your subconscious mind and conscious mind is working together. When you start shedding people, it might be even family members. It might be somebody very close to you. It might be people that you don't think you really want to lose, and it may hurt you for a moment to lose them, but they are not to be in your future. So you must lose them so that you can move forward. At the end of the day, not for nothing, it's only one being, and that's self. Everything and everybody else is just an illusion of what you created in your mind. It's like, it's not even real. Here's an example. This is just a little quick example. Just say your home. Your home. Once you leave your home and you go to work or wherever you go out, that's not even there anymore. It's fake. It's just an illusion. It's not reality until you get back to that. I know for some people that's very hard to believe, but that's actually very true. So during this journey, like regardless of anything else, you really just need to take time for you. You have to wake up. You have to learn to love you for who you are. And I don't mean on the outside, I mean on the inside, wholeheartedly. We're all designed for a much bigger purpose. Life is not meant to wake up, go to work, have a job, a job, just over broke, to have a job for 20, 30 years, 40 years, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. I don't even know, because I could never live that life. That life was definitely never for me. I've always lived life on my terms, and that's how I choose to live. But we're all designed for a bigger purpose. There's a much, much bigger purpose for what you're here for. You're a creator. Create magic. I don't know what you believe, but I do believe this personally, and I do believe that I've been here many times. I do believe that prior to getting here, I did sign a soul contract, and I committed to the life that I was going to live, but that all brought me through my process to be where I am today. Next, you're going to definitely have to surrender and just give it all to God. And I mean surrender everything about you. Just surrender and know that it's all going to work out. It always works out the way that you designed it to work out. I know in one of my segments I was speaking about the Bible, and I do believe that the Bible has basic instructions before leaving Earth. And I do believe that it just teaches us to be a good person. Love thy neighbor, love everyone and treat everyone as yourself. We are all one. It's only one being, and that is self. So everybody that's in your world, you created them to be there and to serve whatever purpose they serve in your world. Nothing is coincidence. Nothing just happens by coincidence. It's designed that way. But you do have to know that the universe will lead you and guide you throughout this journey. So that's one thing, like what I was going to say about the Bible is like God just says one thing, and that's, to trust and have faith. And that's exactly what it is. I actually went through this thing the other day. It was so silly, but sometimes God will really, really push me to the edge where it's like I'm literally hanging on by, I have one foot off the edge and one is still hanging on by my toes. Not for nothing, it always works out. It always works out. I may be pushed to the edge, but that's where, fear, and you got to let go of the fear, because fear is just false evidence appearing real, and you just have to let go and have faith, because once you have faith, then it's going to work out. It just does. That's exactly what it's meant to do. Another little step I'd say is to get grounded, and what I mean by grounded is to get barefoot and put your damn bare feet on this ground, out in this earth. I don't care if you walk on it, lay on it, just feel the earth's vibrations under your feet, because it is a frequency that's gonna, flow through the energies of your body. It's good for the soul. There's some people, they go to bed, as soon as they get up out of that bed, they got slippers on. They never let their feet touch the ground. But if you don't do that, then, how can you ever be one with the earth? It's a universe. It's a universe. It's you. One universe. Another thing is meditation. I don't care if it's for 5 minutes a day. Just sit with yourself. Sit in silence. Just clear your thoughts, your mind, and just, like I said, just surrender and give it to God, source, whatever you choose to call your higher self. So I'm rocking out here on my YouTube. I mean, what did I just say? My YouTube, duh. On my podcast here, but so I've been speaking on my spiritual awakening while I've been on here, but then I'm also doing my YouTube channel, which is I've been giving some interviews to independent artists, creators, people that live their life on their own terms. So you can follow that too if you like. I know, I'm on probably all the socials. TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, what else? Tumblr. You can find me there. Fabulous I Am. Some of them do have an underscore, so I will post that. You can catch it on my blog, or you can catch me somewhere. You can look up Toby Pica, TOBEYPICA. Fabulous I Am. I do also offer coaching to help you learn about knowledge of self. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I do Hip Hop Sundays, Spiritual Fridays, so that's kind of all that I'm working on. I mean, that is all part of me, so like I said, everything that has been my goals and dreams since I can remember is all what's finally coming out on the outside, and I'm embracing that to bring into my reality.